हाँ.
In the same time, the ball would cover a horizontal distance.
Okay.
That is S is equal to ut.
Hmm.
So S is equal to 2 meter per second into 0.29 seconds
Okay.
is equal to 58 meters.
Acha. Rajesh, just one small confusion I have. Why you applied 2 meter per second for S is equal to ut plus half at square?
I didn't got you. Sorry.
You substituted u as 2 meter per second in
Yeah.
second motion equation. Why?
Why? I mean, I have to find this one, the landing spot, right? Landing spot of the
But
table.
when you talk about S is equal to ut plus half at square, that is for the vertical motion.
Yeah.
And for the vertical motion, I haven't specified the value of speed. This speed is horizontal.
Yeah. No, it is not according to this. I mean,
Acha. Means you are
we are also
saying
taught this in the
vertical
school.
and
School. So,
acha.
yeah.
Acha. Means as per your thinking, you are saying that the speed value will remain same for the horizontal as well as vertical motion.
Yeah.
Okay. Chalo, I have one more answer along with you.
Okay.
You just
But
be
is
online,
mine
okay?
right?
I don't know because I have got one more answer. We'll just check
Okay.
if it's correct, yeah? Bhavya?
Okay.
Yeah, just be online. You. Bhavya? Bhavya or I think so I'm not able to connect her. Sneha?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you got that answer as 0.9? Because Rajesh is saying something around 54, na Rajesh?
0.58
Acha,
meter.
0.58 meter. Yeah. Yes, Sneha, how much you got?
Sir, I got 0.894 meter
How come?
approximately. Sir, the table is at a height of 1 meter.
Hmm.
So the according to the formula, we will put that 1 is equal to half gt square. So we will get the time of ball reaching the ground, which would be root 1 by 5, and then we will put it in the formula of range, which would be range is equal to 2 into root 1 by 5. So answer would come
Acha,
0.89
but why you did 1 is equal to half GT square?
because it is the height between the height uh, which it
False.
falls
Means you
out.
took U as 0 for vertical.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because vertically there is no velocity. I
Is it
mean,
specified in the question? Vertical no velocity.
no.
Yeah, it is specified, Sneha. Okay, yes, Sneha and Rajesh, I will just clear this. Sneha, your answer is correct. Okay, but why it is correct, that I will tell you. And Rajesh, why you should be 0, that even I will tell. So the ball
Okay.
is rolling across the horizontal surface, right? Across a level table. Means when it is going to move from the edge of the table, at that moment, it is going to have which type of motion? It is going to have a horizontal motion, correct? And from that horizontal motion, it is going to form a projectile. Okay, so initial vertical component is not available because the velocity initially was just horizontal. So that is an example of a horizontal projection from a height. That was type 2 question. And since initial component of velocity was not available, because they are saying the speed is across the level table, so this is value 2. So vertically we don't know how much. So the value is 0 initially. Okay, so knowing the height as 1 meter, you can apply the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Rest of the thing is correct. Application is correct. Just the u value should be 0.
Okay.
You understood?
Yeah.
Because if it have been in an inclined direction, then you can say that there will be a horizontal component as well as there will be a vertical component.
Okay. Got it.
If it is horizontal, then is it possible to have a vertical also at that time? No, na, because they're saying it is moving
Yeah.
horizontally, means
Yeah.
vertically
No
we don't
vertical.
have any value. So vertically initial is 0. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So as per that, the answer will be your 0.9 meter. Yeah, you just correct your solution now. Yeah,
Okay.
Rajesh?
Okay. Yeah.
Chalo, thank you. Your doubt is also clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so your first answer is 0.9 meter. Okay, the second one even I'm getting. Second one, I'll just pick someone. Yeah, Aditya and
Yes, sir.
Tanmay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
chalo.
can I start
Let's.
saying the answer?
Acha, you got the answer, second one.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Even
sir.
I got.
Yeah. And Aditya, even you got the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. Aditya, first you say, then Tanmay we will hear to your solution. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, chalo, Aditya, start
So
the question.
according to the question, h is
Hmm.
2000 meter, and we can take q as 100 meter per second. Right?
Hmm. Okay.
Then h is equal to half, by applying the formula h is equal to half gt square, we
Hmm.
will get 2000 is equal to half into 10 into t square. So by
Okay.
solving all that, we will get t as 20. Then by
Okay.
using the formula r is equal to ut, we will
Hmm.
get it as 2000.
Okay, so you say the answer is 2000.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, Tanmay, even you got the answer
2000
as
meter.
2000.
Yes, sir.
Are you both sure with the answer?
Yes, sir.
Because see, one more answer I am getting as 2020.
So,
So is
sir,
that because if we take the G values differently, so we will get the answer as 2020? Because
so
Bhavya is getting answer as 2020. Is there any calculation mistake or something, Tanmay?
I'll just check this one.
Yeah. And even Aditya, calculation is correct?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. 9.8, I think, is the difference.
Acha, you took 9.8.
No, no.
So you're
Sir,
getting,
if we
We
take
took 10.
9.8, we'll get 2020.
acha, okay. Acha, okay, Aditya and Tanmay, chalo, means the answer is 2000 if we take the G value as,
10.
okay, 10. Can I make a small twist in this question? As is just dimag mein aa gaya abhi. Yeah. So if I just remove the second statement, if air friction is disregarded,
Hmm.
okay, and I say that air friction is available, huh? And air friction which is available, it is going to provide the retardation of or the acceleration of minus 1 meter per second square. So what should be the answer?
7 minutes.
You understood the question? So I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
considering that air friction is there, and that air friction is going to provide the horizontal retardation of 1 meter per second square, nothing but minus 1. So what should be the answer? Harshit, that answer was after you're applying your air friction. Harshit?
Yes, sir.
Acha, after applying the friction, you're getting that answer.
Yes, sir. 1980 meters.
Okay. So let's check. The other two people are also checking. Anyone else are getting any answer because Harshit has got the answer as 1980. Tanmay and Aditya.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
I'm getting
Aditya.
getting it as 1800.
1800.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Acha.
we use this retardation just for the horizontal
Yeah,
velocity.
for horizontal. Yeah, yeah.
So u will be 100, and
Acha. You will be 100 then.
the acceleration will be -1.
Acha. Time to will remain same.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you will be using the formula S is
Yes, I
equal to
think, yeah.
UT. Acha. And you got the answer as 1800. Correct?
So I think he got that answer. I'll check just 1 second.
Acha, Tanmay is. Acha.
Sir, I got it as
Yeah,
1800.
yeah. And even Harshit has changed the answer to 1800. Even he is getting the same. So I think so 1800 might be the correct one. So three people are saying the same one. Yeah, even the Bhavya got. So you can just rely on that answer.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Aditya and
I think
Tanmay.
it's correct.
Sir,
Yeah, I
can I
think it's
explain
correct.
the last part?
Yeah, you can explain. Yeah.
Sir, instead of range is equal to ut, I took it as range is equal to ut minus half at square, and I took a
Okay.
as 1.
Acha.
So like that I got it.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Kunal, there is no mention. I just changed the question. I'm just changing the question. I'm just developing a certain type of things which can might arise. One more small change I want to do. Can I? Yeah, Tanmay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, even Aditya has went. I think so. Aditya, even you're there.
Yes, sir.
We can include Harshit also now. Harshit, I'm just
Yes,
making a
sir.
small change. Okay, to the question. If I say I'm going to throw the packet, throw the kit from the plane by making an angle of 10 degree to the horizontal. So 30 degree to the horizontal. So how far it will go now?
Minute.
Hmm?
So the
You understood the
range.
question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is flying at the same altitude, it is flying with the same velocity, but this time the velocity is bit inclined. It is inclined with 30 degree with the horizontal. So what will be the range? Just calculate and let me know. I think so one person has a doubt. I'll just clear that. Once done, just let me know. Ahan, Ahan, you there? I'm not able to unmute you. I'll just explain the first solution for you. It was given that ball is rolling from the tabletop. So if I have a tabletop in this form, so the ball is rolling from it. So when it is rolling, it is going to fly off horizontally when it leaves the edge of the table. So it will go in this direction, due to which it will form a projectile now, this form. So I will apply. So this height they are given as 1 meter, the table height. So the initial vertical component of velocity is 0. I know the value of displacement. I will apply S is equal to ut plus half at square to get the value of time it takes to reach the ground. Once I get the time value, I will multiply the velocity 2 into that time to get the value of the horizontal distance it will take to land, the landing spot from the table. Yeah, Ahan, is it clear? Okay. And okay, Aditya, you got the answer?
Sir, 866 meter. Is it correct?
How much?
866 meter.
866 meter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know. See, I am just changing the answer or question. So I don't know exact value. If someone is getting the same, we can discuss that. So you got 866, no?
Yes, sir.
So we'll just check if anyone is getting. Okay, so I'll just inform the changes also. The second question was also related to your horizontal projectile. So the only change I made that the air friction I considered, the air friction was providing the negative acceleration in the horizontal direction with minus 1 meter per second square. So this was the negative acceleration provided by the air in the horizontal direction for the second case. So the same thing you need to do, applying the vertical case, get the value of time. But when you will do for the second case for horizontal, you can't apply the uniform motion. For that, again, you need to apply S is equal to ut plus half at square, in which a value will become -1. So that is the only change. Yeah, Arshit, what answer you got?
952.6 meters.
How much?
952.6 meters.
952.6. Okay. Acha. 952. Okay. And Shaunak is getting something. Aditya, what you're getting?
Sir, 1 minute, my answer was wrong. I have to bring
Acha. Oh, okay,
the
okay,
change.
okay, okay. Yeah, fine. Shaunak,
Yes, sir.
yeah, tell me. How you
Uh,
got that 866? You are getting 866.
so now the horizontal velocity is not 100 meters per second,
Yeah,
but there is an angle of 30 degrees
correct.
between the velocity of 100 meters per second and the horizontal.
Yeah,
So
correct.
by drawing a diagram, we can get that the horizontal velocity will be equal to the velocity which is 100 meters per second and cos of 30 degrees,
Okay.
which becomes 50 root 3 by 2. So
Hmm.
now we've got the horizontal velocity. So 50 root 3 by 2 into the time, which is 20 seconds, will be 500 root 3, which is approximately equal to 866 meters.
Okay. 866 you are getting.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'm getting it as 2598.
2598.
Sir, I don't know. It's like that.
Okay. Okay, chalo. Okay, fine. I will just check. Chalo once. Yeah, Virok. So the only change made for the third part of the question. So second part was for air friction. So third part, the change made was now instead of dropping it horizontally, we are going to have an initial velocity at an inclined position, making an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. So now it is making some angle with the horizontal as 30 degree. And we need to find the range where the packet will fall. So this is the third part of it. Yeah, Anvi, you might have understood the third section now. Okay, Anjali is also getting 865. So Shaunak and Anjali are getting the same. Aditya, your answer is too far, I think so, currently. Just check the calculation once for the vertical projectile, whichever we did. Just check the calculation once. What, Tanmay? Yeah, Tanmay, what you're saying exactly?
So if we take the components of the 30 degree, like sine 30 and cos 30,
Hmm.
so the y component will be opposite to the conventional sign that we take.
Yeah. This will be in this direction, and it will be opposite vertically.
Yes, sir.
Cos. So that you will take positive. Acceleration will be negative, but the displacement will be negative.
Sir, or we can take acceleration as positive
Acceleration you take positive. No,
and the
acceleration can't be
velocity.
taken positive. Acceleration is upward, no? As per the initial throw, we always compare with the initial movement.
Okay, sir.
Ah. Yeah, Virok, tell me.
Oh, sir, I have a doubt actually. What
Yeah,
Shaunak
ask me.
did.
Ah.
So we are taking the horizontal component as 50 root 3 by 2. I am getting 50 root 3.
Yeah, 100 sine 30 will be 100 cos 30 will be 50 root 3, correct? Acha,
Yes,
Shaunak
sir.
said for 50 root 3 by 2.
Yes, sir.
Acha, no, it will be
Yeah.
50 root 3 only. Yeah,
Okay,
Shaunak,
sir.
you took the same? I don't know, it's also online. Okay, no problem, chalo. Not a problem. So you solve the question, Virok, got some answer. So this component will be 50 root 3, horizontal component. And the vertical component will be 50. Okay, so Khushi is getting the answer for range as 500 root 3.
Sir, even I got it as 500 root 3.
500 root 3. Okay. Let us check what Khushi had did so we might get an idea. Khushi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you got that 500 root 3? Could you just help out?
Yes, sir. I applied the range for formula,
Hmm.
that is 2u square sine theta cos theta upon g.
Okay.
And then I got the answer 503 meter.
But it is not a complete range. It is a half range. If you apply the same formula, how will it be applicable? The range formula. Don't you think your range formula will be applicable only till this point? Because it is complete projectile only till this much section.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this much section is still remaining to get added.
Hmm. Okay, I'll calculate that and will let you
Okay, okay, yeah. Even Aditya, you just try once. I think so. Even you might have missed that thing. Yeah, Harshit.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. So the first range I got is for the upper part of the parabola.
Correct.
So using the formula 2u square sine theta cos theta by g,
Hmm.
I got that part range equals to 866.
Okay.
And then assume the rest of the range to be x.
Understood. Miss, as per our derivation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
Then x will be u cos theta.
Correct.
It is approximately 86.6.
Okay.
So total range is 952.6 meters.
Okay, fine. So first you calculated the time it takes to reach the ground,
No, sir.
right? No?
I direct the first part of the range and then the next part.
But for the second part, you will need the value of time, no? Because it is your distance equal to speed into time. So u cos theta is the speed. But you need to multiply with the time part, no? Only then you will get how much horizontal distance it will cover further.
Yes, sir. I did a mistake.
Ha, so you just try to find out the time it takes from
Okay,
this
sir.
point to the ground. So then you will get your answer correctly.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Virok.
So this is a type 3 question, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
type 3 question, correct.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just clearly make a diagram in this so that we could solve over here. The third segment of that part was nothing but it was at a certain height and then it was released with certain angle. The speed with which it was released was same. It was taken as 100 meter per second. So we are not changing the speed value. So this is your 100 meter per second. So from that point, it is going to form a projectile and it is going to come down on the ground this way. Yeah, Virok.
No, nothing. I
Yeah.
forgot to lower my hand.
Acha, okay, okay, no problem. I'll just give a simple method if anyone's still struggling with it. Whenever you find the components, see, you might have got two components over here because I had given that it is making some angle 30 degree with the horizontal. So we know the two values of the components. This speed is nothing but 50 root 3 because that will be 100 cos 30 and the vertical component will be simply 50 because that will be 100 sine 30 because this angle was 30 degree. So now just do one thing. You just try to apply the vertical projectile. Means from this point it is moving up and then it is again coming down. So the initial speed is 50. So if I just take over here the parameters, so I will take u value as 50, then a value as minus 10 for your simplification. As you can take the height. What was the height given? Height was 2000 meter. Okay. Okay, so the height value was 2000. And then you can get the value of time it takes to reach the ground using your simple motion equations. And yes, S will be negative. Now S will be negative because it is going to cover the displacement in the downward direction. Once you get the total time it takes to reach the ground, now the horizontal speed is going to remain the same. It is uniform motion. So if I want to calculate the total range, nothing but from this point to this point, that value is nothing but equal to, so this R will be equal to, your speed is 50 root 3, and that value will be simply multiplied by the time. So speed into time, you will get your answer. So see, it's very simple. Even this method you can apply direct. So just get the total time it takes to reach the ground, and since horizontal motion is a uniform motion, I can directly apply 50 root 3 into time to get the final displacement answer. We cannot use a range formula. Range formula is also only for half projectile. Etesham. Range formula will be applicable only till this much portion, where it will complete same height projection, same level projection. But after that, it is continuing further its motion. Yeah, Tanmay. So the T is the total time it takes from the point it was released till it reaches the ground. So since it is covering vertical and horizontal both, the same time it takes to cover this much range. So this is the easiest way to go. So whenever you get a vertical projectile question, you can just make the answer to this. Okay, I don't know what is the answer we get after doing this. I think so. I will even check. So that will be 50t. It's getting reducing to some quadratic. So quadratic degree 2. So that will be t square. So that will be 10. 10t square plus 50t. So time we get as 10 seconds. Do time we get as 10 seconds? Yeah, Aditya.
Sir, I have doubt. I don't.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, while you were explaining this, you have given 3 types of projectile motion.
Yeah.
And in the third type, for part 1, if we use the range formula, I'm getting it as 500 root 3. And for the part 2, the value of x, I'm getting it as 1000 root 3. So
500 root 3 and 1000 root 3. Correct. Then what
by
happened?
adding it, I'm getting 1500 root 3, and that's how I got 2598.
So this much part you are getting 500 root 3.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
It was u square sine 2 theta by g, na? The formula.
2u square sine theta cos theta by g. I don't know that.
So that will be like 100 square and sine 60 will be root 3 by 2. Okay.
Sir, it's 30.
Yeah. Divide by g. Acha, 866 something you got the range?
Yes.
Okay.
500 root 3 like that.
Okay, for that this much section, right? And for the second segment, you just applied that time it takes to cover the displacement of 2000 meter while coming down.
U cos theta t for the value of x.
And what was the t value?
I took it as 20.
You took it as 20.
Yeah. Oh, I did wrong.
Because I'm getting some different time, so I just asked her. Are you sure, Aditya? Okay, no problem. Even if you're doing the 2 segments, just find the second t value, because for the second section, it will be downward velocity as 50 meter per second. Initial velocity. Acceleration will be 10, s will be 2000. So even if we write that equation, so for the second segment, those who are finding for the second part, so that will be 2000 is equal to 50t plus half into g, that will be 5t square. So that is nothing but something around, if I go for the values of time, 550 and minus 2000. Okay, so I'm getting it as 15 seconds this time. This time I will get 15 seconds. Those who are calculating it as two parts, part A and part B. So for part B, it will be 15 seconds. So the 15 into 50 root 3. So that will be into 50 root 3. So answer will be, okay, coming back. Yeah, Bhavish, I got 50 root 3 and 50. It was 100 meter per second. So it was forming an angle 30 degrees. So horizontal component will be 100 cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Yeah, Tanmay, as per this condition, if I check, it will be minus 2000 for the whole motion. That is equal to 50t minus half a. So that will be 5t square. So that means the equation will be 5t square minus 50t minus 2000 equal to 0. So this is for the total time. So that is coming to around minus 50 and minus 2000. Yeah, so you get the total time as 15 seconds, 25 seconds, sorry. The total time it takes to reach the ground from the starting point. And in this, if you substitute it as 25, so approximately it is 25, it is coming as 20 to 25.5. Yeah, after coming in route, Tanmay. So it will be 50 root 3 times 25. So your answer will be something around 50 root 3 into 25. So it is something around 2165. The total range, 2165 meter. Yeah, Daksha, you're correct. Or else you can also call this answer as 1250 times root 3 if you keep the root value same. Yeah, Aditya, you're pretty close. Yeah, even if you try them separately, you will get around the same. No, that much is not the answer, Jayendra. Yeah, Viruk.
Sir, could you please explain the derivation? How did you come to 50 root 3t as the total range?
This one to like range is speed into time.
Yes.
It's a uniform motion, no? Horizontal. So I am taking from the initial point. So the time it takes from the initial point to reach the ground, that I did by the motion equations. Correct? I got t approximately 25. You get in root terms, square root.
Yes,
so after solving the square root, it comes around 25.1 something. If I take 25, then the same time it will take to cover the same horizontal distance from the starting point. And horizontal, we know it is a uniform motion. and with a speed of 50 root 3. So if you know time, if you know speed, directly if you multiply, you will get the value of horizontal distance it covers.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Varun, even that answer is acceptable. Yes, Anjali, even that's correct. So near to answer is 2165, near to answer. So it was just a created question. So there is no perfect answer for it. The values were just assumed. No, Devanshi, that's too less. Yeah, Devanshi, how you got only that much value?
Sir, I got 2130.
Achha, 2130. Something G value you took 9.8 or something you solved. You
Sir,
solved it separately as part A, part B?
yes.
Okay, so probably due to that it might be. But it's okay. It's nearer answer.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, chalo, I'm just giving the next question. Just try to add up some extra information to it. So we can just move to the third question now. Okay. So rifle is fired horizontally, travels 200 meter east. The rifle barrel is 1.90 meter above the ground. What speed must the bullet have been traveling at? Ignore the friction. Hello, is the voice clear? Yeah, okay. Tell me for the third one. Third question. Yeah, Itisham.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
So the range is 200 meter.
Yeah.
Height is 1.9 meter.
Hmm.
So I calculated the time by h is equal to half gt square. Then I got t as 0.616 seconds.
0.616.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I found the u by r is equal to ut.
Correct.
Then I got u as 324.675, something close.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely correct. The answer should be nearer to 320 meter per second. It should be nearer to that. Yeah, yeah, it's correct then.
I took g as 10.
Okay, so probably by using 9.8, because Shaunak is getting some answer 333.3 meter per second. So I think so it is just due to the value of G.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got answer what exact?
324.67.
324.67 by taking the G value as 10.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, and the time you found as?
0.616.
0.616. Wait, I'll just write it over here so that anyone needs. So 0.616 seconds was the time, and the range value you got it as 324.67.
U.
Acha. 324.
So the range is given.
Okay, so sorry. The speed U as
U.
324.
324.
Okay, chalo, thank you. Okay, so this are the two values which you should get. For the third one, it's a horizontal projection again. Anyone is not getting the answer nearer to it? Yeah, 324 as a speed. It's the same horizontal motion, so vertical height. Yeah, Atharva and Tanmay, I'll just explain. So it is just related to, again, the same for horizontal motion. It was released from a certain height. So if this is the height from which it is going to be released, so it is going to form a projectile. So it is your horizontal motion. Means vertical component will be 0. You know the height as 1.90 meter above the ground. So if the height is just 1.90 meter, you can use your s is equal to ut plus half at square, because u is 0 initially. So using that, you will get the value of time it takes to reach the ground. And then that time, yeah, Tanmay, G is positive because it is coming down. And that time you can multiply by the speed because the range formula was nothing but speed into time. So once you multiply that, the answer comes to around 324 meter per second. How come, Swayam? Yes, Swayam, how you got 333.3? How much time you got, Swayam? Okay, it's the same. Achha, you might have took say 6-1, so probably that might be the reason it is going to that much value. But even I will check. So it is 200 meter divided by 0.616. No, it is coming as 324 if I take 616. If I take only 0.6 as the time, then the value of speed you will get as 333. If you take 0.616, the answer is correct. So just keep the answer in 3 decimal and get your answer closer to it. Yeah, next one, fourth one. Okay, so Varun has got the answer for the fourth one. No, Varun, that's not the answer. Yeah, Shaunak, your answer is very near to it. Yes, Neha, Daksha, Bhavish, answers are correct. Etesham, your answer is correct. Harshit, answer is correct. Yeah, Bhavish.
Yeah, sir. I had doubt in the previous question. The second question I had doubt, sir.
Tell me.
I didn't understand how did you get the value of t as 25, sir?
By solving that kinematic equation.
No, sir. I didn't understand how did you put s as minus 2000, sir, and after
It is
that
going to come down,
again 50 t minus this, sir. I didn't understand how did you frame this equation, sir.
This was s is
Yes,
equal
yes,
to
this
ut
part,
minus
yes, sir.
half at square. S is equal to ut minus half at square. See, these assumptions you understood this one.
No, sir. Can you please explain it again?
See, initially I am throwing it upwards, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then that time the acceleration will be negative because it is against the gravity.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when it reaches this point, while it is coming back, and when it is going to move downwards, so this is the displacement which it is going to cover.
Yeah.
Now the direction of the displacement which will be covered,
Opposite.
that is
Okay,
opposite. So S is negative.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now I understand. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, Naman.
So, can I give the answer for the fourth question?
Yeah, tell me. Give me the entire solution.
Firstly, we have the velocity, which is which is 25 meter per second, and then similarly we have the horizontal distance or the range, which is of 70 meters. Then if we have the u, we also have the r, which is 70 meters. So r is equal to ut, and as you have 25 and 70, so t will become 70 by 25, which is equal to 2.8 seconds, and then height will be half gt square, which is half into 10 into 2.8 square. So then 2.8 square, sir, I'll just calculate 2.8 square and then I give you the final answer. Can you wait for a minute?
Yeah, I will wait. Tell me.
Okay, sir.
Anjali, which answer you're telling that? अंजलि एक डेसिमल जास्त दिलायस तू. It's not 3 digit, it's just 2 digit answer. Yeah, Naman, you got?
Yes, sir.
How much it is?
So the answer is coming 39.2 meters.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so for the fourth one, again, it's the same. The velocity is given and it lands 70 meter, means horizontal distance is given. So it is again your horizontal motion. So first get the value of time it will take in that horizontal motion. So that time value will be just directly your distance by speed. Initially, so if I do that, t is equal to the distance is 70 divided by 25, you will get the answer. So 70 divided by 25, something around 2.8 seconds. This is your time, and then simply you need to apply the formula h is equal to half gt square, the maximum height formula for the horizontal projectile. Once you apply this, you get the answer as 39.2 meter. So that is your fourth answer, 39.2 meter. Anyone is having any doubt, kindly ask. Yeah, Etesham, tell me. Having some doubt?
No, sir, I was asking about the fifth one.
Tell me now, what happened?
Sir, the crater is circular in shape, so after it travels the full horizontal distance, it will be the radius now.
Why? It's
Because
standing on the edge of the crater, no?
so how to calculate it?
So it is just going to throw that, na? So there is nothing specified for the shape of the crater or anything.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Aditya.
Sir, in the fourth one, if the skier, like, is it biker?
No, skier, you can, yeah, you can say, you can call that.
Yes. So if he's going up the ramp, then shouldn't it be the third type of projectile?
No. It is telling it is leaving the horizontal end of the ramp. It is just leaving the horizontal end, na? So it is not inclined. The ramp is not inclined at any angle. If it is inclined at an angle, you could say that might be the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so for the fifth one, yeah, Shaunak, you're pretty close to the answer. No, Daksha. Check the answer. Bhavish, you're correct. Okay, Kunal. Yeah, Kunal. Tell me.
100 will be equal to, so 1 second.
Yeah.
First, G will be equal to 10 by 6 on the moon.
Okay, on the moon, correct.
So then H equals half GT square.
Okay.
So 100 equals half 10 by 6 T square.
Okay.
Then we'll get as 120. T will be 10.954.
Okay.
So R
10.95, you got the time.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
The range is UT, which will be equal to 5 into 10.954. So we
Okay.
get 55 meters.
Okay, means directly you need to multiply time along with 5. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and after that you get the answer as 54 point.
But I didn't calculate it. I wrote approximately 55. I calculated.
Acha, so 10.95 into 5 is 54.75 approximately. Yeah. Chalo, thank you, Kunal. Yeah, Daksha, now it's correct. So for the fifth one, again the same formula it is. Yeah, Aditya.
No doubt. Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
Acha, okay, no problem. Yeah, what about the rest of you? Acha, sixth one, Khushi had got the answer. Yeah, Virok?
Sir, is it fine if we leave the answer in square root? Or
No, no, you need to get the answer of square root. Yeah, Dweet, the fifth question is same as your horizontal projection. It's the same. Dweet? Hello, Dweet, can you hear me? See, it is just related to your horizontal projection, same. So it was said that the astronaut was 100 meters above the crater floor and is going to project some object horizontally. So obviously it is going to have this horizontal projection again this way. So again, horizontal is a uniform motion, and for vertical you can apply the formula h is equal to half gt square. It is again type 2 question. So the floor is 100 meters given. So from that I can get the value of time. When you apply the formula h is equal to half gt square. And once you get the time, just apply the range formula, velocity into time. You'll get the value of range. Yeah, Dweet, is it clear? Sixth answer. Yeah, Naman.
I was just asking for the sixth answer. Like
Achha,
I sent it
six.
on the message.
Achha, what answer you said?
I got 160 root 3.
160 root 3. No, dear.
Okay, sir. Thank
160
you.
root 3 will be too big answer. Achha, Bhavish, you are getting a correct one. Bhavish, then I think so. Harshit, Harshit, even your answer is correct. Just give a minute. I will just calculate. Just calculate in a decimal form. Don't keep the answer in root. Yeah, Harshit, your answer is also correct. Tanmay, answer is correct. Naman, check the answer. Okay. Kunal, no, that's too less answer. Jayendra, too less answer. Arpita, it's how far? How far means it is the horizontal distance. Yeah, Devanshi, that's okay. That will work. Swayam, is the fifth question clear to you? Yes, horizontal distance is the range, Naman. Correct. Yeah, Khushi, Virok, your answers are correct. Daksha, check the answer. Anurag, just give me a decimal answer. Snail, give me a decimal answer. That's not correct. Snail. Yeah, Abhinav, it's correct. Yeah, Naman.
Sorry, sir. I had the hand raised for by mistake.
Okay,
I'll just
okay,
lower
chalo.
it.
Yeah, fine. Abhinav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, explain me the solution for this quickly.
So, sir, I directly used it r equal to 2u square sine theta cos theta by g.
Achha, why you applied directly the range formula?
Sir, because it's the first type question.
Yeah, it's a basic first type question. It's completing the entire projectile. So how far means it is nothing but the horizontal. You can, and what is the formula for range?
2u square sine theta cos theta by g.
Okay, chalo, absolutely correct. Chalo, thank you.
Okay, welcome, sir.
Yeah, for the seventh one. Yeah, Anurag, it's correct. So the answer for the sixth one is 138.4. Answer for the sixth question. It's 138.4 meter. Sixth one. Yeah, Tanmay, the sixth one is directly or horizontal projectile. The first type, oblique projectile. So directly the range formula for the sixth one. Tanmay. Yes, Swayam. Closer answer 138.4 even work. Which Aditya, which question you're talking about? Sine 50 value 0.77. Those who need sine 50 value 0.77. That will be given to you in the exam. Yeah, Bhavish.
Sir, no, sir, I got it. I was going to ask that how will we get the value of sine 50 and cos 50?
Acha, no, that will be given to you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. .64 cos 50. Both the values will be given. Yeah, Kushi, tell me.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
can you please explain the first line of question 7?
Acha, one golfer is teeing off on a 170-meter long par 3 hole. It is just like whenever we end to that the final hole of the golf. Okay, so during those section it is talking about that segment of the game.
Okay. So it's basically the distance.
Yeah, 170 meter is the distance. Means 170 meter far that particular hole is available because he is there at the end part of the goal.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Horizontal distance is given as your 170 meter. 170 meter, sorry, it is being asked. Okay, the seventh one it is 108.2. No. No, Bhavish. No, Jayendra. Sine 12? Why we are coming to sine 12? Seventh one, 13 meter. No. No, Swam. No, Aditya. No, Sneha. I don't know, miss. I think so. It might come approximately to that. It depends upon the G value because most of you are getting the answer as 12.3 or 12.4. Just check if you take 9.8, what will be the answer? Sneha or Anvi, any one of you. Just check if you're taking G value as 9.8, what answer you get. No, Kunal. Yeah, Anvi, it's correct. Okay, so if you take 9.8, you get the correct answer. Yeah, Aditya, even you are right. Arpita, I think so. You're taken 10. So for 10, the answer is 12 meter. And if you take 9.8, you're getting the answer is 9.2 meter. Yeah, around to 9 meter. Yeah, Bhavish, correct. Yeah, Daksha, you're correct. So they are asking how far from the hole will the ball land. So whatever the range you will get, just subtract from 170 meter, because 170 meter is the distance given. So when the golfer is going to hit the ball to enter the hole is at a distance of 170 meter. So the initial distance they are given. So the golfer hits the ball at a speed of 40 meter per second at an angle of 50 degree. So when you calculate the range, just directly calculate the range R using the formula 2u square cos theta sin theta by G. If you take G value as 10, you will get some answer for range that you need to subtract from 170, because they're telling us how far from the hole will the ball land. And if you take G value as 9.8, you will get the answer as 9.1 or 9.09 something. So for 10, the answer you will get it as 12, around to 12. And for 9.8, you will get answer around to 9. Yeah, Bhavish?
Sir, in exam, will it be mentioned that we have to use 9.8 or 10, or is it?
Yeah, it will be specified. It will be specified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Virok?
Sir, instead of using sine theta cos theta, we can also use sine 2 theta, right?
For that we need then sine 100 value. But if
Yes,
they are
sir.
not
Sir, I
given
use
sine
sine
100 value,
100
then. But in the data they should have specified. No? If they specify, then you can use.
Sir, actually, because it is easier with sine 100, because that is 0.98.
That is one. But most of you should know that value, no? Sine 100. So in the table value if they give, or in the like in the question if it is specified, use directly that value. So
Okay,
other
sir.
than the standard angle, they will specify the values in the question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Aditya.
Sir, I have asked in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm just. No, because it is like whenever the ball is being kept while hitting, it is always with respect to the ground. Na? It is on the ground. There's just a small tee being placed to be at a certain height, and that is
No, I'm
negligible.
talking about the sixth one. The player.
Acha, sixth
like,
one.
From the chest.
It's a long home run. The ball leaves the bat at an angle. How far will it travel in the air? Yeah, they are just considering, because here the height at which it is not specified. And they are not specified at what height it was hit. Initial height.
Logically, it will be third type of motion.
Logically, it will be third type. So again, same, it happens that the horizontal range, it is comparatively very high as compared to the height at which it is hit. So suppose if it would have been specified that the player hits the ball at a height of 10 meter from the ground, or a height 6 meter from the ground, that time you might have to consider that third type of motion. Okay.
Sir.
Okay, so I think so till question 7 it's clear, everyone. So the answer which you'll get for the 7th one, it's, if you're taking 9.8, the answer will be something around 9.1 meter. And if you take 10, so answer will be something around 12.04 meter. So both the answers are acceptable. Okay. So I'm just moving to the 8th question. A punter in the football game kicks a ball from the goal line at 60 degree from the horizontal at 25 meter per second. What is the hang time of the punt? How far downfield does the ball land? Okay, so 54.12 and 4.33. Yeah, Rajesh.
So can I tell the answer?
Yeah, tell me.
We get the time that is taken to reach the maximum height using vertical component of the velocity. V is equal to u plus at.
Okay.
So therefore, 0 is equal to 25 sine 60 minus 9.8 t.
Okay.
So t is equal to 61.65 upon 9.8. Am I right?
Okay.
So we get t is equal to 2.21 seconds.
2.21
seconds.
2.21 seconds. Okay.
So by the inference, the return to the Earth, that will take the same time.
Okay.
So
Means double of that will be the total time.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that is 4.42 seconds.
Okay.
Enough. I mean, then time.
This time value you got how much? 4.41, right?
4.42 seconds.
Acha, 4.42 seconds. Chalo. So
Yeah.
that was the hang time.
Yeah.
To reach that punt.
Yeah, punt. Right.
Okay, fine. And then how far downfield does the ball land? For that you need to find out the total
distance
range.
is equal to
Okay, correct. So range formula also we can use, or else directly distance equal to speed into time. That also we can use.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the first time is 4.42 seconds. It again depends upon the value of G which you will take. Rajesh, what the G value you took?
G, wait, G, that is 9.8.
Acha, 9.8. So for 9.8, you will get the answer as 4.42, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the second answer you got?
Second answer is 55.25 meters.
55.25 meter.
Yeah, distance is equal to speed into time formula.
Okay, so how far downfield does the ball land?
Yeah.
Okay.
25 cos 60 into 4.42.
Yeah, correct. Chalo, thank you, Rajesh.
Welcome.
Okay, so anyone is having any doubt? So everyone know now what does the punt means? It is your rugby game. Okay, for the ninth one. Acha, Harshit got the answer as 70.7 for the ninth one. Yeah, Varun?
Yes, I just wanted to say that answer for the previous question. For question number 8, I took the G as 10.
Acha, you took the G as 10, so you got what answer for time?
4.4 and 54.
Okay, okay, fine, chalo. Chalega.
My question.
Varun, just do one thing.
Yes,
Yeah, actually, Swayam has some doubt in this question. Can you explain him? I'm just putting him on, so unmuting him.
yes, sir.
Yeah, Swayam? Swayam, can you hear me? So no problem. Varun, you just explain me one more time so that at least Swayam could hear it. What is the exact meaning of the question?
So this is a basic type 1 formula question.
Type 1 formula question, okay.
The time
So what
is
does that mean, hang time of the punt? What does that mean?
the total time the ball takes from the place where the footballer kicked it from where it was thrown to where it lands. So that is, if it's a basic formula, so you put 2u sine theta by g, then you get that answer as 4.4 if you take g as 10.
Okay.
4.325. That's the answer I got.
Okay, fine. So
And
Swayam, actually the punt is nothing but this particular height which the ball has to cross to get an extra score. So, right time, Varun, I'm correct?
What, sir? Yeah.
Punt is nothing but the top bar which they need to cross in the rugby game. So means it is nothing but time to reach the maximum height. In short, they need to ask about this. And when they talk about the hang time of the front, right? Okay. So then when you go for the time of ascent, for the maximum height, that time you get the value as 4.42 seconds. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Neil.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, ninth one.
No, sir. I have a doubt in the eighth question.
Tell me now.
Sir, hang time means the time taken to reach the maximum height or the total time?
Total. It is going to cross this maximum height and it is going to reach the other end of the ground.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Naman.
So for the ninth question, you told us when we have to find the range when it is at 45 degrees. We have a simplified formula. I forgot that formula. Can you please
U
say it
square
once
by
again?
U square by G.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so Bhavish is getting 70.71. Wait a minute, I will just check the ninth question. Yeah, the answer is 70.7 or 70 meter per second. Yeah, Shaunak, Tanmay, correct. Tanmay,
Yes, sir.
you want to explain?
Yes, sir. I can.
Yeah, tell me then for the ninth.
So I took the range formula U square sine 2 theta by G.
Okay.
So we have the range is given 500 and
Correct.
sine 2 theta will be sine 90, which is 1.
Okay.
So that will be, so the on the right hand side we'll have U square by 9.8. So 9.8 into 500, which is 4900, and the root is 70.
Okay, correct. So you took 9.8, no?
Yes, sir.
So using 9.8, you are getting the answer as 70 meter.
70. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so if we use, and directly it is 45 degrees, so even you could use, as Naman said, you can directly use the formula of range also. R is equal to U square by G. So whenever it is at 45 degree, you have a direct formula for range. Even that you can use. Yeah, Naman?
So can we use, we have to use 9.8 or we can also use 10?
You can use, currently so you can use for this worksheet, but in the exam it will be specified. If it is not specified, you by default take 10.
Okay,
so because
sir.
by
Thank
using
you.
10, you get a simplified answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Rajesh. Okay, so I think so till ninth question, everything is clear. Anyone is having any doubt till ninth question? Okay. Anvi? Anvi, are you there? So I'm just clearing the screen for all the answers. So those who are not noted down, kindly note it. All the answers. I'm just moving the screen a bit up. Okay. Okay, so last 4 minutes, one last question we will solve. Rest of the questions you can take for your homework part and just ask in the doubts group or just in the doubt session next time. Just the 10th question we'll solve. Yeah, it will end at 7:30. Nitya? So Harshit, you're getting some answer for the 10th. Yeah, your first answer is correct, Harshit. A answer is correct. Yeah, Tanmay, your answer is right for the A part. Yeah, Kushi, answer is correct. For the first part, Shaunak, your answer is also right. Tarmay, the second answer is not right for the R value. Yeah, Naman. No, Arshit, B part is not that. Jayendra, your A part is correct. Snehil, what is that exact root of 133? For the second part, you are telling me, Snehil. First part is not correct, Snehil. No, Tanmay. Check the answer. Bhavya, range is not correct. Shaunak, no, that's not the answer for the B part. So most of you are getting the A answer correct. The A answer is something around 16.6 or 16 meter per second. Around 16 you will get. The first one. Okay, so someone is throwing a bag of some articles in the open window of some person's bedroom 10 meter above the ground. Assumes that it reaches the window. The object was thrown at an angle of 60 degree. So you can just consider it as the maximum height. So 10 meter will become the maximum height h. So use your h formula to get your answer. Yeah, Naman, tell me what confusion you're getting.
Sir, so I asked you in the message that do we have to take minus 10 meter per second square for the G value? But then if we take minus 10, then we get minus 20 in the denominator.
No, but if you
I
take...
got confused at that part.
Achha. No, actually, when you substitute formula of your range or height, so that formula are already derived using the sign conventions. So we don't have to again use the sign conventions in that.
Okay.
Okay, so formula derived are already having sign conventions into it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. No, Tanmay, that's not the answer. Yeah, Bhavya, your answer is correct. Jayendra, your answer is correct. No, Harshit. No, Khushi, that is too far. No, Shaunak. See, I'm getting an answer from I think so, Bhavya and Jayendra. And both the answers are correct. They are getting something around as 11.7 meter. So the second part answer is actually 11.7 or 11.41. Yeah, Arpita, even your answer is correct. Yeah, you're correct. 11.41 is correct. So the first one is nothing but you're applying the maximum height formula. And for the second, you will apply the formula for half range. Yeah, Bhavish?
Sir, can you please explain the first part, sir?
First part, it is just said na, that the window is 10 meters above the ground and the gift is going to reach the window. Means whatever velocity it is going to throw, it is just going to reach the window. Means that is the maximum height the particular gift has to reach. So maximum height h will be taken as 10 meter. U value you need to find. Theta value is given. So h is equal to u square sine square theta by g. Once you apply that, you get the value of u as 16.2 meter per second. Around 16 you will get, depending upon the g value you take. Yeah, Kunal?
Sir, I understood.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think so second part also you might have understood because it's just a half range. It is not completing the total projectile. So it is just till the maximum height and you need to just calculate how much far it is. So the value is nothing but half the range, r by 2. For the second part. Yeah, Tanmay, because it is not completing the total projectile. Here is the window, here is the wall. So how much far it is standing? He is standing only half the range. Because maximum height is present at half the range. It is symmetric on both the sides. Okay, so you just try to complete the remaining 6 questions. Anything you have, you can just ask in the doubt section. And next lecture, we are going to start with our Newtons. Yeah, Bhavish?
Sir, I didn't understand the A part, sir. Can you please explain again?
A part, na? Here is the window, correct?
Okay.
And is going to throw at certain velocity that it reaches the window.
Yes.
It just reaches the window, na? Means it is nothing but the maximum height it has to attain to just enter the window.
Okay.
And the window is 10 meters.
So you are using the formula u square sine square theta upon g, not 2g.
Yeah, no, by 2g only. That is maximum height formula, na?
Okay. Then
10 meters is the maximum height. So if you substitute into that, so 10 square, 10 into 2 into 9.8 divided by sine 60, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that entire will be the square root. So you get the answer.
Okay.
16 pointer. Yeah?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Chalo then, bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. So remaining 6 we'll discuss in the doubt sessions, or else you can ask on the group also. I shared the worksheet. Everyone might have received it. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye. Take care.